cone crusher is applied laminar crushing in order to study the stratified crushing characteristics of the crushing chamber. The crushing chamber can be divided into a number of extruded crushing zones according to the physical laws of kinematics and dynamics of the bulk materials. And extruded crusher inside the crushing chamber. The bulk materials in each crushing layer can be regarded as a whole for study, and the bulk materials belonging to the same crushing layer have the same motion characteristics and crushing effect. In the stratified crushing process in the crushing chamber, the bulk material enters into the first crushing layer from the feed opening, and then enters into the second crushing layer after being crushed, head by the crushing wall and mortar wall, and then enters into the next crushing layer, after being crushed again by the crushing wall and mortar wall, until it is discharged from the crushing chamber. The material of each crushing layer comes from the previous crushing layer and is discharged into the next crushing layer after the crushing action is complete. In the longitudinal section of the crusher, the moving cone crushing wall away from the fixed cone molar wall, in the process of the bulk material to do free fall movement, crushing wall back to the process of collision with the bulk material, and then the material with the moving cone with the swing. This is repeated until the material is discharged from the crushing chamber. The trajectory of the material is composed of the straight line section of free fall and the arc section of swinging around the suspension point, i.e., the stratification line of the crushing chamber is composed of the straight line section of free fall and the arc section. The material is crushed once in each crushing layer, and the number of crushing layers determines the number of times the bulk material is crushed in the crushing chamber.